From Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, the New York Mets play the Miami Marlins.
Afternoon, Nimmo and McNeil both have had recent hamstring issues. Both get the day off to mention that.
Okay, there's Braxton Garrett, who was the number one lit up, so he's hoping to build on that. And there's your Marlins starting in to start at first base. It's his first start as a Marlin, third this year.
His last 8 at bats, he had a rough night last night, 0 for 5, 4 down again, and his last start was in the. That's a chopper, tough play for Anderson, gloves it on the run and has no play, puts it in. 13 of his 24 home runs have come against.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Was it a bobblehead, correct?
Oh, there's a comic book. There's ball.
And is now hitting .316 against left-handers.
First and nobody out. And Dom gets a breaking ball and lines it into right field for a base hit. VR to third. He'll be held there against the arm of De La. That's why JD's only had 90 at bats this year, but he's trying to. And JD goes down on the changeup. And Garrett had a home run last night, gave the Mets the lead in the 8th inning. Alfaro sets up off the plate, and he chases off the plate, and Baez is down on. Conforto hitting just 134. And Aries Sierra. And he puts it away to retire the side, and Braxton Garrett gets out of a base. Aguilar, who leads the National League in RBIs, he gets a day off today. Joe
has given up 2 home runs in his first
Miami colors.
I know I'm a little affect his ability.
Curveball pulled on the ground. Nice backhand stop by J.D. Davis, and the throw across the diamond gets Rojas by a strike. 2 for 8 in this series. He played shortstop last.
Big power bat for them.
Pulls one into right field for a base hit.
And we'll take a look at your Lexus Metropolitan defense. Baez is 6th stand behind the plate. And Albert, Faro's numbers, but he's been caught 7 times. I can't say that.
Not a very big lead for Chisholm. Curveball bounced to short. They'll have to hurry to get 2. The flip to VR and on to first, just in time to get Alfaro.
McCann hitting left-handers good this year. 2-9.
McCann is 1 for 7. Chisholm waits for it to come down. 1 out. Hitting .264 with 5 homes. 1 out of left field, and he's got himself a base hit. So Almora, who had not had a hit. Jonathan VR waiting on deck.
I thought so.
And he'll bunts it. And it's played on a hop by Anderson. Out at second, and the relay to first in time for the double play. He's gone 4 for 13 in the series so far.
Good, solid hitter.
Curveball pulled on the ground or plucked out of the air. Not sure which, but Baez throws to first. So 1 out. Here's Brian Anderson.
16 RBI.
And he's hit on the leg by Panic getting a start at first base today. It's only the 4th time this hits in 10 at bats. Part of the reason he's in there. Stay and play, I think, from McCann right near the railing to make the catch.
You know, whether you throw a strike or not.
4 for 12 in this series. Cruz lines 1 to left. That's down for a base hit. Cut off by Smith. Anderson will go to third. The throw there not in time, and holding at first is De La Cruz. Sierra 0 for 5 in this series. Curveball rolled over down to first. Alonso handles it. Nice job by Hill against the time around the batting order. VR, Alonso, and Smith. And it's poked the other way, but right on 1 hop to Chisholm. And he throws out VR, 1 down.
He's smiling.
Ball 4 to Alonso, so we have the same staff. I mean, you're talking about.
Always had good pitching.
Here's Dom Smith into center field. Sierra right there. And he puts it away. Alonso back to first, 2 out. Again, the 3-2 coming. And Davis goes down swinging on a.
They may be the back.
A base hit for Rojas.
He'll
roll, and it's kicked by Conforto across the outfield. Rojas goes to second. He'll stop there. Conforto. 8th pitch to get the run in. Back goes Smith in the gap. Dominates first run of the game. So the error proves costly. Chisholm's sacrifice fly brings in the game's first run, and it's 1-0 Miami.
Really a good at bat by Chisholm on the run and threw it home to Carter, and
scoring a base hit here, it would be an unearned run. And he strikes out Alfaro to end the inning. This is the 7-year anniversary. Michael Conforto on deck, then James McCann, and Baez strikes out for a second, first time up. That's had a golden chance in the first inning. Base
that season where I was going to be my option year.
Ball 4 and Conforto's on.
Trying to back then it's once every 6 years, right?
Again, for good or for bad. And De La Cruz is right there. And that's the second out. Conforto back to first.
One made it dead pull hitter. And then
are down more than most. Moore hits one toward the hole. Nice play by Rojas, but he has no play. And base runners maybe tried to steal a run with a delayed double steal. Conforto dashing down the line. Hill strikes out, and Garrett gets himself short his first time up. Brinson, Anderson, and Powell roof stadiums to left center. And Almora drifts over to get it. One out. I know particularly in Arizona because it plays as much like grass as
for more than a while.
Pulled on the ground down to third, and JD handles it.
As the border, and it had seams, and you could turn your.
Again, he drops down and he misses with the curveball and passes at a base hit to left field his first time up. Now 5 for 30 is more generic. But that's just me. Swing and a miss, and De La Cruz is down on third time around the order for Braxton Garrett as we go to the fifth. And De La Cruz right there.
What a great play.
Plenty of room for Sierra. And that's the second out. So Garrett using the big part of the ball.
Not blatant ways. They're very.
Drove in with a hit was Baez's home run. That's hit hard. Another base hit for Dom. This time on an up and in fastball. De La Cruz. So now the Mets have the tying run at first with 2 down for JD. And Davis takes a walk. And the Mets have he's out there for a long time and was not exiting. And Davis at first with 2 down.
Fastball in.
And a pickoff. And almost threw it into center field. And he struck him out on a curveball in the dirt. Side retired. 94 pitches through 5 innings.
Yeah, I would think so. No old age.
Speak for yourself. Baez retreating. Easy play. 1 out. You as a catcher as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning because they're carrying. 1-2 coming to Jack Field. On comes Almora diving to make the catch. Albert Almora covered
over his head, not at an angle.
3-2 coming. Pretty well hit, but playable for Dom. In front of the warning track to grab it, and that retires the side. Scoreless innings on his 24th birthday. On each occasion. One toward right center field, but overcomes Sierra to get it, and that's the first out. Pitch coming from Hess to McCann. And he grounds one on the right side. Easy for Chisholm. And there are 2 out.
Chisholm's a nice when he first came up.
He lines one the other way. That's a fair ball going down the line and into the corner. Almora going to second. De La Cruz picks it up. Fires to second.
Karam there real well. Let's see if he got the tag in. Neal arrest, and you've got a very strong left-handed.
3-2 from Hess. And he walked him. So Nimmo gets the bullpen. Nobody throwing at the moment. Here's VR, who had a odd to do it. Out to left center field, falling fast, base hit! Around third, Almora, he'll score the tying run. Jonathan VR dumps a base hit in front of Brinson on an 0-2 pitch. 31 pitches in the inning now for Hess. 3-2. And he walked him to load the bases. So after found to have tested positive for old school and a chance to do some damage with the bases loaded. Mets have to find its way out of a hole. Field, there is Brinson, and that retires the side, and the Mets have left 11 runs. Miguel Castro got the win last night with a 1-2-3-7. 3 hits and an unearned run, his best start yet. So change up grounded to second, and VR makes the play on Chisholm. Well, after experimenting in left field the last couple of center, back goes Baez over the shoulder. He finds it for the Astros. Look good in this series. 5 batters faced, 5 batters. You don't even have to reference alphabet. You go back the last 9 innings for the Mets. Runners in scoring position, but then they won the game. 18 innings. There's ball 4, and JD's on. See, Baez has been up 3 times, struck out all 3. Again, the 3-2, and he struck him out. Big series this weekend. On the ground, and Anderson will go to second for the 4th. Cool here.
It is.
They get hot again tomorrow, though. Pulled on the ground right at the shortstop. Rojas goes the short way and gets to Forrest, and Campbell works around the. And Anderson pulls the cutter on the ground. Tough play for J.D. with the bare hand. He'll put it in his pocket. And Anderson
Left side of that infield. The Mets 3 infielders on the right.
Panic getting the start at right through the vacated hole, and he's got a base hit. Well, 3-2 coming to Sierra, and he struck him out. Drew Smith fans Magneri. So Almora, McNeil, and then VR for the Mets.
High fastball.
On the ground to Rojas, and he takes care of Almora, who's retired for the first. 35-year-old Ross Detweiler into pitch. And he chases a slider for strike 3 in the 6th. He's 2 for 4 today. And he struck him out with a fastball. So Detweiler comes in, gets back-to-back strikeouts. And Diaz hits it on the ground into the shift. Baez is right there to field. Anthony Bender is up in the Miami bullpen. Looks like, or maybe Loop. 3-2. That's all 4. Look like.
Get the next guy.
And Chisholm rifles one into right field for a base hit. Rojas pulls in at second. So Alfaro grounded into a double play back in the first. And Alfaro lines one the other way for a base hit. Rojas to third. He's going to be waved around. The throw by Conforto to the plate. The tag by McCann is too late. And the Marlins have the lead.
That would be, I think, a baseball first.
And that's a base hit, and that'll go to the gap. Chisholm is in. Alfaro racing to third. He's being waved around. The relay throw to the plate on one hop. McCann can't handle it. And Alfaro scores. It's a 2-run double for Lewis Britt. He worked an inning, allowed no runs and 1 hit.
He's been doing a good job.
Should be playable for J.D. in foul ground. And that retires the side, but a very damaging inning for the Bender. Will bid for his 2nd career save as we go to the 9th inning. Got 2 batters in the 8th. He's now pitcher of record on. And the slider pulled on the ground into the shift. Rojas steps in front of Chisholm, bobbles, throws low. That's hit hard and caught by Chisholm, and getting back is Alonso. And J.D. takes ball 4 at 4 strikeouts. He's had 2 5-strikeout games in his. 1-2 from Bender. And he struck him out with a slider. And Mike hits it slowly to third. The glove of Anderson, and everybody's safe, and the Mets have life. And he reaches for it, taps it past the mound, right near the bag. Grabbed by Chisholm. He has no play as a run comes home. It's now 4-2. Another ball on the infield hit. The Mets have a run in. 1-2 coming. And Almora bounces one on the right side. Chisholm waits for it, makes the throw in time, and the Marlins.
Important series. It would be important either way, but not a good start to